But I'm Carla Meske, and I'm with SpiritHealer.com. I'm a shamanic healer for animals and people, and I have a school of shamanism, which is mostly over the internet. Today, we're doing a pop-up circle, dancing and partying with your power animals. And our whole purpose of this is to get ourselves energized, uplifted, and to bring the healing of the spirits into our bodies and into our breath and into our bones. We know that when we're dancing with our power animals, that energy of healing comes through us. And so, for example, a great way to get your back fixed when it's out or to heal stuckness in your body is to do this thing we're going to do today, because when the power animals come through us, they move us. And they do it in a way that frees up our stuck fascia and begins to energize our immune system and just makes us healthier overall. So this is a health dance with your power animals. I see from most of you that are here that I know you and that you know how to journey, which is just great. So we're going to begin with our usual. We're going to call in the spirits. And then we're going to do a journey, a short journey, just to ask the power animals who want to come to be close to us. And then we're going to get up, if you can, and we're going to dance our power animals. And I'll hold a rhythm for you, and I'll change that rhythm so that different animals can come in. And after we're finished with our dance, we're going to have a round of journeying and getting our spirit animals to tell us jokes, and then we'll tell each other those fun jokes. They can be really stupid jokes, or they can be profound, but they're fun because they come from spirit. So with that, let me begin. I call the spirits of the north, the power animals, the teachers and the compassionate ones of the north. And I ask you to come in today, strong, beautiful, bright, and light. The power animals who will dance with us today from the north. I see floods of them coming in. And a dance partner comes to me. This one's a deer. I call the spirits of the east, gateway of dawn, to open the power and come through for us. May the animals who wish to dance with us today come in. Those who are known to us and new ones. I've got a little bird going, "Ack, ack, ack, ack." I call the spirits of the south, gateway of earth, to open. And our spirits, our ancestors, our compassionate spirits, and our beloved ones to come in and set the center for us. And I call the spirits of the west, who carry the gateway of the twixt in between, of twilight, the compassionate ones to come. And through this dancing, bring back any lost soul parts we may have through the fear, the trauma, and the trials and tribulations of this really bizarre time. So that each breath we take in this dance is a healing breath. And I open the sky and I ask our trees, our sacred trees, to come and merge with us. And their leaves to reach up to the sky and catch the wave of the blue and white light of creation. And bring it down through our crowns, down into our bones. And may our bones reach down now with roots into the mother, merged with our sacred tree. And pull the power of the snake at the center of the earth up. Naga, we greet you. Naga. She may rise up through our feet. She may move in inside us. And the power animals and the spirits that's surrounding us in our sacred circle may stand ready for our dance. As above, so below, as within, so without. Yay! And let's just get into the dance. So here's how we're going to do this. If you can stand up, that's great. If you need to sit, that's fine too. But the idea is to invite your power animal to merge into your body, to invite your power animal to step into your bones and become one with you. Now, why I just went out of frame is beyond me, but let me see if I can fix that. Maybe I moved. Maybe I got smaller. Maybe I got bigger. There, that's better. Okay. I am going to drum for you, and I'm going to change the beat a few times through our dancing. Our dancing will be about 15 minutes. And the way I like to begin a power animal dance is I just go back to the journey I was just in, and I hold my hand out, and I say to my most familiar power animal, the sweet bear, "Will you dance with me, please?" And I allow that bear's paw to become one with my hand. And then I breathe a breath in, and I exchange that breath with the bear until I begin to feel her move into me. And if you're a little bit feeling at odds with that, you just imagine what a bear would move like, stretching and roaring. And go ahead and call out any sounds that the animal may make, and just revel in allowing that animal to be part of your body and experience ordinary reality again through the structure of your form. Bear, dance with me. Thank you, power animals. Thank you, spirit. May you dance in my bones whenever I open my heart to you. May the energy of your compassion resonate in my blood, resonate in my nerves, absorb through all the interstitial spaces of my fascia. May we remember you, remembering me, remembering you, remembering us. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to move right into the journey. You're connected. You're holding that power. Go back to the power animals and your teachers and ask them to give you a joke to share with us. They are silly or profound. I got a couple. They're really silly. Hi, everybody. So you can pull yourselves off mute to tell your jokes and to share what it was. And I'll tell you a joke. Okay. So my teacher hands me a purple popsicle. And she says, "What's this?" And I say, "It's a purple popsicle." She says, "No, it's a purple people pleaser." I don't know what to say. They're that silly. A purple people pleaser. What did the fire say to the fly? "Light me, baby." They're stupid. They're great. Go ahead, tell your jokes. Throw yourselves off mute.
What is the size of an elephant's trunk?
I don't know.
It depends how much junk you have.
Oh.
Silly.
I know, they're just like goofy. You can't make them up. They're so silly.
Junk in the trunk.
I had a big elephant come in our dance. Whew. Jokes, jokes.
What do you get when you cross a rhinoceros with a rutabaga?
Oh no.
A rutabaga-osterous.
A rutabaga. Oh my gosh.
Spider says, "I broke my leg." "Oh, which one?" And Raven says, "I dropped a feather and it flew by itself over the cuckoo's nest."
I know, it's like they take our human stuff and just sort of weave it together in these random fashions.
Random is right.
A purple people pleaser.
Here's one. How do you cross the road when you're chicken?
How?
You arrive at the other side.
Oh,
You do it. Now you know.
So I got one of those too. I got, why does the chicken cross the road? Which is to pretend that there's another side. So it's a takeoff on duality. We think they're two sides, so the chicken crosses the road to pretend there's another side.
So see, if you're going to if you're going to give a talk or something, you need some jokes. Now you know how to get them. Paul, did you get a joke? Oh, you're on mute, sweetheart. Can you click yourself off mute, Paul? Yeah. Oh.
That it? Oh, I got it. Okay. Actually, I had a number of my totems come and visit me. Several are air. They carried me over the property that I have in New Mexico where I'm going to build for a spiritual journey. They all said the same thing. "Paul, lighten up." I'm in the air and they want me to lighten up.
Lighten up, Paul.
So they took him flying.
And they tell me I take things too seriously.
Oh, God, that's great. Oh, Kelly.
So I didn't technically get a joke, but I got something that totally made me laugh. I'm so glad that I turned off my video because you wouldn't want to see me. Anyway, the first part with the dancing with your power animal, I actually had a little bit of trouble with that because it was one of my guides that's not in, it's hard to explain, a flying deity that's not used to being grounded on the body. And so I was having trouble combining my grounded body with this being that was just so celestial. then when you got to the jokes part, you said, okay, see if your guide has a joke for you. And I said, okay, do you have one? And he's like, not really, but can you try going whoosh when you dance with me and see if that works? So I was on mute going whoosh, whoosh, and then it worked. And I felt so dumb, and it was so immature and so silly, and it worked. And I'm just standing there going whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. It was so dumb, and it worked.
It's the best, isn't it?
Yes.
It's just the best. I love it so much.
So I've got a story that's funny. So this is the first joke that a spirit told me, or that it did. This is back 40 years ago when I first started working with spirits. And let's see, am I coming through? I'm not on there. Okay, great. So I tell this joke a lot when I'm doing workshops. So this is before I met my Apache teacher or anything. I'm about 20 years old, and this is back in the 1980s, if anyone remembers rebirthing. So I do this rebirthing breathing thing, and I'm sitting afterwards, we're all in a circle sharing, and I prop my chair against the wall behind me, so I know there's a solid wall behind me. And I'm the youngest one there. And the leader, I'm not sure why, but she just decides she's got to tell me. She walks up to me and she goes, Jan, you're too far out there. You know, you have to be grounded in reality because this is the only world there is. And I'm sitting with my back to this wall, and behind me, I hear very clearly, aye, lassie, 'tis the only world there is. You must it. And I start laughing. And the woman is like, this is no laughing matter. You must be more serious. And again, I hear, aye, be more serious. 'Tis the only world there is. And I just start laughing. And I should say that I grew up with a brother who's psychotic and stuff. I was deathly afraid of being crazy. And so I always didn't want to hear voices. And so the first voice I ever hear is a voice telling me, 'tis nothing but the real world. 'Tis nothing there. Be serious. And so that was the first joke I got from the spirits. And it welcomed me in. And I now know him. He's a great character. He's an Irish ghost. And
I love it.
Was my introduction to hearing spirits back 40 years ago.
Aye, lassie.
I know. He shows up and he's very calm. In fact, he's actually in my book, Dividing Worlds, which has a lot of humor with spirits, and so he's in my book too, because he brings a lot of humor to the world.
Great. Welcome, Kira. Welcome, Erica. I love you. Thank you for coming. He's an Irish mocker.
Yeah.
So I was speaking to one of my guides in the years past and bemoaning the fact that, oh gosh, sometimes I feel left behind. And he said, so keep up. Oh.
Oh, man.
I asked one of my power animals for a joke at the end of the journey, and she's this really mothering mother bear. And so this is her idea of a joke. How do you know you're loved? By feeling what it is to not be loved and knowing that it's not true.
Ooh. And when you said that, my bear said, and to make that funny for you, Carla, imagine if you put your paw into a honeycomb to try to get the honey and all the bees didn't sting you. That's not true.
They'll sting.
Back out of you. I just love how they take reality and just play with it, you know? It shifts your sense of of sobriety. Yeah. Dee, did you get something funny? Go ahead and unmute yourself. No, I'll see if I can help you.
How about now?
Yay!
Why don't cannibals eat clowns? Because they taste funny.
You could never have made that up.
No. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's so silly. Carol, did you get a joke? Let me get you unmuted. No, you got to do it for yourself. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Uh-huh.
I got the joke about the spider and the raven.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
That's it. But I got some serious but very uplifting stuff in the beginning of the journey. Raven picked up Spider and flew, and there was a very long piece of webbing that was carrying the spider, because the spider wasn't being carried, the web was being carried by Raven. And the message was, things are very testing right now. But then what happened is, it was Grandmother Spider. And Grandmother Spider all of a sudden dropped millions of baby spiders through the world to begin the new creation.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. It felt good.
That is nice.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, between yesterday's circle and this, I feel like I live in a new reality.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, I actually, when I started the journey, because I was in the journey yesterday, and the COVID-19, because in that journey, we like lovingly was helping it.
Yeah.
And so it came to me and thanked me for the journey yesterday and gave me the gift of immunity.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, thank you very much. Yeah. Because it is heartening to see people, getting immunity and that you can, we can adjust with it, but it was such a nice gift. So, and along with that, I actually have a lot of jokes. I don't want to dominate, but my book is called Laughing with Spirits. I do this a lot, and one of the times I had skin cancer, and they removed some, and they wanted to remove more, and I was kind of feeling like, I don't know, but because they were going to have to take a big hunk out of my arm, and it was going to be really messy, and so I was connecting in with with the Milky Way, and the Milky Way, I just started laughing and laughing and laughing, just uncontrollably, and when I finished laughing, the cancer was gone. And that was like 10 years ago. There's never been anything that freaked out the doctor entirely. The doctor was very upset at me. I just signed this paper that said I'm going against medical advice, but I'm like, I'm going against medical advice, but I'm following the advice of the universe. So so laughing is very powerful.
Really big.
Yeah.
Really helpful.
Yeah, in fact, when because I'm a psychotherapist, and I was in psychotherapy, I was working with a therapist. She was trying really hard to understand my work with spirits and stuff. And so at one point she said, Jan, Do you think that you connect with the spirits because you have difficulty, from family of origin and stuff like that? And then Bear is one of my spirits. Bear says behind me very clearly, "Nah, she talks to us because we tell better jokes." So that fits exactly with what you're doing, Carla. It was a great idea to do this.
This first came to me when my circle that I get together with annually, we went to the foundation school together, and we had big trauma in the circle. One of the men's daughters was dying of breast cancer. And it was heavy, heavy, heavy. And I asked Grandmother Sunflower, what? And she said, just when it's your turn to hold the space and lead, just have everybody get a joke. And it just helped us immensely. And I just think it's good medicine. Any more silly jokes from Spirit?
Well, I'm still hearing that song, "Don't Stand So Close to Me." I'm hearing it's playing over and over in my head. That's from the 80s. I think the Police did it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so I was today with a humpback whale, and I've never experienced that before. And what I was trying to wrap my head around was the size of my body, and that that tracking your sensations is a way to to get yourself grounded. And that when I was tracking the sensations in a whale's body, it was like having this huge blank slate in which to feel emotions. And I thought, oh my gosh, and I don't think my body could contain that because it was so huge. And then I experienced how huge the heart was, and it was like, oh my gosh, I can't even put it in words. And I'm a writer, right? I couldn't even put that in words. And then at the end of the journey, as we were closing, I was thinking about the skunk, and so then I saw the skunk who was singing the song "Don't Stand So Close to Me," and then right at the end, there was a badger showed up and said, "I don't mean to badger you, but you really need to be more careful." Like, okay.
Oh, so funny. You know that meme, "Honey Badger Don't Care"? That meme that went around about a few years ago when that really funny gay guy was doing the voiceover to the Nat Geo Honey Badger meme. And it made all of us laugh our little hearts out. Honey Badger has been my companion animal through this whole ordeal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Honey Badger don't care.
Carla, your bear brought honey into the circle too.
Oh. I was working with a woman that I work with frequently in Texas, and she wanted protection from the COVID, and bees came in and immunized her. So that was neat. We
Wow.
haven't heard from the people who are not on the camera. We've got Jan, Hege, HK, and iPhone, the mysterious iPhone. Anyone of you want to pull yourselves off mute and share a joke or a story? Felicitas,
Hi.
would you like to?
Hi, this is Heather. Can
Hi,
you hear
Heather.
me? Hi. My monkey was talking really fast, just saying a bunch of things, and one of them had to do with toilet paper and the runs, but I don't remember exactly what he was saying, but it was really felt inappropriate because it was all about toilet paper.
Oh.
But it was pretty funny, but like I said, I can't remember all of it.
I just love how they make light of our challenges, Mm-hmm. Anybody else? We're being quiet.
Mine was the old one about why did the chicken cross the road?
Mm.
To social distance ourselves, of course.
Oh, Lord.
So one of my friends posted on Facebook today, and he said, you know, as far as social distancing, he said, I will be posting telepathically today. So if you think of something funny, it was me. That was terrible.
Oh, that's great. Any stories from your power animal dance that you want to share?
I'll share that how powerful it was, and I felt throughout the dance, I felt different parts of me merging in more complete ways, and then unmerging and then merging back. It was so powerful when I felt the physical organ of my heart merging with the heart of my power animal, and merging with the rhythm of the heartbeat, and feeling, even though I knew my physiological heart was not beating in the way a bird's heart would beat, I knew it also was.
It's neat, isn't it? Kelly.
I learned something, and all the time I've been doing this shamanic work. Maybe you know this, Carla, and I'm just late to the party. But something happened at the beginning of the journey, and I was like, I didn't know that was a thing. When you had the snake in the middle, Naga.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the journey, and Naga was dancing.
Yeah.
One of my guides came in, who is not of this earth, very celestial guide, and she came down and she was watching Naga dance. And she goes, well, this is fun. She merged with Naga and they were dancing together. And I had no clue that guides could merge with each other, because you always talk about, oh, have your guide merge with you, sort of like a human thing. And I'm like, I just watched two guides merge together, and I was just like, I just learned something really cool. I didn't know that was a thing, but she was like, this is fun, because she's not, there are no snakes where she is. And it was, yeah. That was a huge thing that I just found out.
I've seen that before with Naga, and I've seen the result become Pegasus. And
so you have seen this before?
I've seen celestial spirits merging with Naga to create the sky spirits.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that what was happening. That was cool.
Yeah. Dragon, Pegasus, Phoenix. I mean, yeah, I think there's a lot to it.
This whole thing was so good for my heart. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good for mine too. I love you guys. You're the best guys. You have the best hooves and tails. Barbara.
I gotta make a heart.
Eddie's asking us, what? Are you gonna ask tell a joke, Erica?
Let's see. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't get a joke. I came late a little bit. I couldn't quite find the link. And when I finally found it, I was just a little bit into the dancing before the joke started. But I did have some serious stuff happen during the dancing, where there are 3 places that need special blessings in New Braunfels, and I was able to hover over them and drop blessings on these 3 houses. Yeah, it was it was important. So thank you.
It's so cool.
It's just so important to me to be able to have time that's focused on this spiritual power.
Yeah.
So thank you for inviting me in.
Oh, my darling. Thanks for watching. I'm Carla with SpiritHealer.com. Join us. Come to Spirit Healer and join our email list, and you'll be invited to all our pop-up circles and every wonderful thing we offer with the Spirit Healer tribe. Thanks for watching.